Welcome back to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we will talk about John Mayer's impressive watch collection. So without further ado, let's get into the video. John Mayer has a collection of watches worth tens of millions. It's a good thing he's wealthy, because an estimated 25% of his net worth has gone towards collecting some pretty valuable timepieces. John Mayer is pretty well known in the otherwise esoteric watch community as a prominent collector, a discerning critic, and a champion horologist. In 2013, John appeared on the renowned Grand Prix d'Horlogerie de Genève as a member of the jury, and his love for watches has been called an obsession or syndrome by other celebrities, and he owns up to it. Here's a list of some of the watches that he owns. 1. Patek Philippe Aquanaut Travel Time Reference 5164A. The MSRP is $34,020 for a standard 5164A from Patek. John's is a Tiffany dial, so is likely worth at least 15 to 20% more. Let's just round up to an even $40,000. John describes this as his go-to when he just wants to wear a watch. He also showed this Patek in his first Talking Watches episode, so it seems like this has been a favorite of his for years now. With a rubber strap highly suited for performers who extensively sweat on stage, this Patek Philippe Aquanaut is a casual wear sports timepiece. It is water resistant and has a double time zone function with 2 apertures on the dial to read local and home time. The movement is one of the strongest ones we have seen, and the caliber has a power reserve of 4 to 5 hours, the perfect amount that automatic everyday watches would need. Turning the watch over, you'll notice the signature Aquanaut double deploy in class. While the price of this watch is a little on the costly side, anyone who buys it will love it. 2. Patek Philippe Perpetual Calendar Chronograph 5970G. This watch is, in our honest opinion, one of the best ones ever made in the history of all watches, and we're not exaggerating. With Swiss-inspired craftsmanship, the 5970G combines complicated digital stopwatch and calendar functions in one without the use of any electronics. The pivot friction is reduced by synthetic ruby, the decorative wooden wheel Geneva straps are corrosion-free, and the Philippe patented gyro max balance regulates and adjusts the timing. John believes that this is one of the safest investments in watches for a reason. 3. Rolex Daytona 6265 with a Monte Carlo stamp. A standard reference 6265 is typically estimated at $300,000 to $500,000 at auction. I've read there are less than 10 examples with the green stamp conjure at 12 o'clock. Mayer's has the stamp at 6 o'clock, but is likely just as rare. Either way, the stamp increases the value of the piece. Let's say John's first 6265 sits at the high end of that estimate and is worth $500,000. Back in his original Talking Watches, John showed off just one Rolex Daytona, a non-Paul Newman reference 6263. He's clearly gone off the Daytona deep end since. 4. IWC Big Pilot Reference 5002. John has owned this watch for about 10 years, and you'll see the most pictures of him on and off stage with this gorgeous beauty. There's nothing particularly special about this watch. It actually exists outside of hype or obsession by horologists. It's a simple, chic, masculine-looking, military-like, action-ready timepiece. It looks black, but it's actually a subtle dark gray with a matte finish. Although the price tag may be a hefty sum, it's going to be an investment judging by the fact that John's worn this watch rigorously for almost a decade now. 5. Rolex Rainbow Daytona 11 6598 in 18K gold. You can find Chrono 24 listings for this piece in the $200,000 range. On this one, John's pretty adept at selling us on the Rainbow Daytona, which some might dismiss as too blingy, even tacky. If you are a big enough enthusiast of Rolex, and you can understand not only the rarity of the piece, but the rarity of the thought that went into creating the piece, you can then rare the watch as a collector, John says. He points to Jay Leno and his card collection as an inspiration for this thought. 6. Patek Philippe Ruff 5004G with salmon dial and luminous hands. Unique? Now we get into the really unique stuff. This is a watch that John Mayer had specially commissioned from the Patek Philippe manufacturer. It's a Patek Philippe Reference 5004G with a salmon dial and special requested luminous hands. And it's engraved with Mr. J.C. Meyer on the back just to make sure you know. It's one of a kind and likely priceless. Years from now, it'll show up at auction and sell in the millions. Philippe sold something kind of close, but not really, at a Hong Kong auction in 2015 for HK $3,280,000 about USD $420,000. Let's round up and give John's an even $500,000, but again, that estimate doesn't really do this unique piece justice. Tell us in the comment section your thoughts. That's it from today's video. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay happy. See you in the next video.